Got asked when we bought this header, why'd you buy such a big header? Because of the chopper. So when it's in full chop, it's sucking 100 horsepower. But running a disc machine, it's imperative that I get that chop, turn it to powder and get it spread. Yes, this has been a process of research and development over years, and finally getting it to a stage where we understand more and know what we need to do. Very, very important to get that chopped up finely and get it spread evenly. You talk about your heaviest sort of stems like canola, direct heading canola, it comes out as powder and it's boof. And because I'm a 9 metre system, generally I can get that spread over the 9 metres on nearly every day. Got into CDF a few years ago and used to run a 2388 with the standard chopper in it, standard spreaders, and after our second year I also run a disc seeder. To add to the story, we had difficulty getting the disc to even turn in the centre, because it was all the chaff was basically between these back wheels. So the evolution of that was to get a better chop, get a better spread. So we retrofitted a MAV to our 88, and that bought our header some more time and did a pretty good job. On a 9 metre system, it was doing a fairly good job. So on our old 88, which was about 12 years old, it slowed us down. So when we hit some really decent crops, we were back to a crawl. So if anyone knows me, I don't like going slow. First year I made a few mistakes. I never had my spinners revving hard enough. I was just trying to get it to the edge of the 30 feet, and I was in a fairly heavy barley crop just out the back there, and it was between a 6 and 7 tonne barley, and it lobbed a lot of stuff to the edge. And in the wheat this year, because of the dry that we've ended up having, 2 years later we can still see these green strips where it retained more moisture, more biology I guess in the soil. And yeah, so on any given day the wind direction changes and therefore have an effect on your residue spread, so you need to be constantly monitoring the spread and how finely you're chopping things. It changes several times during the day, so you know, it's just an ongoing constant thing that you have to be aware of. I want to fit some cameras so I can see how it's coming out the back, whether I getting it evenly. What I do at the moment, I just look at my mirrors and I can see when I've got it loading properly out to the side. The chopper I'm really impressed with, but the spreaders on here for 9 metres, no problem. You're trying to push that out to 12 metres, I'm not too sure. And I have thrown it way too far, but whether that's 12 metres or not I don't know. I've had to bring it back. I've tinkered with stubble height, and I'm finding about 9 inches is about right for me. Yeah, you're right, like the chaff's an issue, but this is spreading it with the straw. So since I've been even spread, and when it's even and with the residue managers, they only do so much, and a disc will only cut through so much as well. So there's no silver bullet in it. It starts with this, and you work your way into cropping. I've had the best 2 seasons sowing since I've had this. I lean towards disc because I wanted to aim for zero till. Zero till for me is really helping with the microbial activity, getting healthier soil, and that's my aim.